Okay, here we are at the Dawn Centre at the YASC this afternoon, and I've got with me Niall. Hi Niall.
Taylor.
We're just going to speak a little bit about the new homeless review that's happening in Leicester. Right, Niall, in your experience, what are the main things that lead to someone becoming homeless?
It's all different really, man. It's there's drugs, family breakdown, relationship breakdowns.
Yeah. It's not as easy as most people think, is it?
No, everyone thinks like, oh, you're on the streets because you've made yourself.
Yeah.
Basically. It shouldn't be like that, man.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
My experience, I fell out with my parents when I was 11.
Yeah.
And I moved out and then been on the streets ever since, really.
Right. They're doing this homeless review at the moment in Leicester. What do you think are the main things that it should be looking at?
Rough sleepers. Because there's been an increase in the number of people that have actually been beat up because they're sleeping on the streets.
Yeah.
No.
So people aren't becoming more sympathetic?
No, people are just getting out of hand with it.
Right. Yeah.
Thinking, oh yeah, you're on the streets, I can stamp all over you. No.
So what do you think could be done to stop that? Obviously not having people having to rough sleep, but...
instead of that, the council cutting the beds, they should be putting more beds up.
Right.
Because this Jubilee Gardens that's coming, that's going to be full of homeless people sleeping.
Yeah, good point. And in the homeless review, they're saying that, you know, given the new powers that they've got from the government, the council's going to try and get people into more private accommodation. Do you think that will work?
See, it will, for a while. But like the people with addictions, they'll get into the private, but then I know for a fact, I know through experience, I've been in my place once. I've had my own place once.
Yeah. And
I was addicted to drugs at that point. So I couldn't cope.
Yeah.
I ended up becoming homeless within 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
So I mean, they won't pay the rent. They'll start paying it with their addictions.
Yeah. And do you think it'll work having people who don't necessarily know each other supposedly trying to share places?
Yes and no, because you don't really have to interact with people. You can just keep your head down, like I normally do.
Yeah.
But keeping your head down in your own yard ain't that easy.
Yeah. See what you mean. Yeah. And although they're doing that, do you think it will be done fairly?
No, I don't. Because I've been on the streets before. I've rough slept before. But the way the council see it, they're saying because I've been on the streets before, I'm not vulnerable, which is ridiculous. I reckon they should look at families first, obviously, because they've got kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want kids on the streets.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I won't be able to do.
But do you think there's enough hostel accommodation across the city already to meet demand?
No, I don't. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Is that a few years back, the actual number of people who were homeless, recorded people who were homeless according to the council, was 5.
Yeah.
And look at how many homeless people are actually sleeping rough. The way the council see it, if you're sleeping in the doorway, you're not sleeping rough.
Right. And do you agree that people should stay in a hostel for the shortest period possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as they've got something.
I do. No, I agree with that one. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you think people who currently use the day centre will cope without it being there in the future?
Well, this way they think begging's bad nowadays.
Yeah.
They think begging's bad now, and with the cuts to the police force as well, it's not going to be good, man.
Okay.
It's not going to be good.
And should the council's one night out project only apply to new rough sleepers?
What does that mean? One night
Well,
out?
I think they're trying to make sure people don't spend more than one night out if they have to. But it looks like they're only applying that to new people.
No, it shouldn't at all. It should go to all rough sleepers, because rough sleeping is hard. I'll admit that at the minute.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for anyone that's on the streets at the minute.
Yeah.
I really do.
Especially at this time.
This time, with how cold it is, it's just...
Yeah. So what do you think the key is to not becoming homeless again?
We need more support. Like the day centres, it is support, but we need that support stepping up.
Yeah.
Because then we can actually work with people, do you know what I mean? We actually need our own workers to work with.
Yeah.
And sustain the accommodation, really.
Yeah.
Just keep the accommodation.
It's a good word, that. Sustaining it. Yeah.
You've got to sustain them.
Yeah. And do you agree with the cuts in homeless placements and advice centres?
No. I think it's ridiculous, because that's just going to mean all the people that use the day centre are just going to be roaming around town all day. And it's going to be bad for Leicester's economy.
Yeah. How do you think it will have a negative impact?
There's going to be an increase in crime, and that increase in crime is going to damage Leicester's economy.
Right. Succinctly put. Niall, thanks for talking to me today, and good luck with the future.